Hey, thanks for coming, by the way, tonight. This is a great thing. Really having a good time. Thanks to Mickey and Jerry. Thanks to the one and only Dick Cooper. And, my band's working on our next record, which we're pretty close. I play in a band in Georgia called the Drive-By Truckers. It's kind of funny. I play in that band in Georgia, and they're all from here. But it's 4 out of 5 of us came from this area. But I don't know if y'all remember Rob Malone or not, but he's a hot ass picker. He's from Rogersville. He plays with me, and Mike Cooley plays with me, and old guy named Earl Hicks plays with me. And our drummer's from Greenville, South Carolina, named Brad. We've got a few records out. I've got one of them for sale with me here tonight. It's a live album. And I also got some t-shirts for sale. If anybody wants to give me your hard-earned, I'll take it. But do a couple songs before I leave the next record. We're doing a Southern rock opera. Growing up in the 70s here in this area. And the rise and fall of arena rock and going to concerts at the Von Braun Civic Center and the mythology surrounding the great band Leonard Skinner. And a few other things all thrown in just for good measure. But it's coming out this summer, and we're about to go finish it up this next week in Georgia. So the song's on it. This song is about raising hell in high school. It's called Let There Be Rock. Dropped acid, Blue Oyster Cult concert, 14 years old. And I thought them lasers were a spider chasing me. On my way home got pulled over in Rogersville, Alabama, with a half ounce of weed and a case of Sterling Big Mouth. My buddy Gene was driving, he just barely turned 16. And I'd like to say I'm sorry, but we live to tell about it. And we live to do a whole bunch more crazy, stupid shit. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet with 38 Special and the Johnny Van Zandt Band. When I was 17, I drank a fifth of vodka on an empty stomach and drove over to a friend's house. And I backed my car between his parents' Cadillacs without a scratch. And I crawled to the back door and slithered through the mail hole. And I sneaked up them stairs and puked in the toilet. And I passed out and nearly drowned, but his sister Dee Dee pulled me out. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet. And the band that I was in played The Boys Are Back in Town. Skinner was set to play in Huntsville, Alabama, the spring of '77. I had a ticket, but it got canceled. But the show, it was rescheduled for the Street Survivors Tour. And the rest, as they say, is history. So I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads in '82 right before that plane crash. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw AC/DC with Bon Scott singing Let There Be Rock Tour. With Bon Scott singing Let There Be Rock Tour. With Bon Scott singing Let There Be Rock. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. What's your mama got hidden up her shirt? I like to play and I like to work, but most of all I like bulldozers and dirt. I met your mama when I was 19. You couldn't have been any more than 3. She caught me stealing y'all's color TV. She called the cops and they arrested me. She was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. The way she pointed that shotgun at me, the police hauled my ass off to jail. Your mama signed the trailer to help make the bail. She picked me up and drove me home. Said I'll learn you not to roam. Green, green grass under my feet, but all I can think about's the dirt underneath. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my desert. Them red clay piles are heaven on earth. I get my rocks off bulldozers and dirt. Up on blocks, and I'm up to my ass in debt and hot, and I can't get my hound dog to quit eating my socks. I can't get you off of my mind, and I lived with your mama for 11 years, through good times and bad times, fist fights and tears. But something comes over me when you come near. So won't you come over and sip on this beer? Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my desert. I don't mean no harm, I just like to flirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my dessert. I don't mean no harm, I just like to flirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. other thing. And about my pistol, and about my boots, and about no northern drives, and about my southern roots, and about 3 guitars, and about my big old amps. It ain't rained in weeks, but the weather sure feels damp. And about excuses or alibis, and about the cotton fields or cotton picking lies, and about the races, the crime shame. To the fucking rich man, all poor people look the same. Don't get me wrong, it just ain't right. May not look strong, but I ain't afraid to fight. If you wanna live another day, stay out the way of the southern thing. Ain't about no hatred, better raise a glass. It's a little about some rebels, but it ain't about the past. Ain't about no foolish pride, ain't about no flag. Hate's the only thing that my truck would wanna drag. You think I'm dumb, maybe not half right. You wonder how I sleep at night. Bright of the glory, stare down the shame, duality of southern thing. My great-great-granddad had a hole in his side. He used to tell the story to the family Christmas night. Got shot at Shiloh, thought he'd die alone from a Yankee bullet less than 30 miles from home. Ain't no plantations in the family tree. Did not believe in slavery, thought that all men should be free. But who are these soldiers marching through my land? His bride could hear the cannons and she worried about her man. I heard the story as it was passed down. Back guts and glory and rebels stand for generations. Whole lot has changed. Robert E. Lee, Martin Luther King. We've been a long way, rising from the flames. Stay out the way of the southern thing. 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 y'all so much for coming out.